Welcome to Dependable Flame, where we explore vintage petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacciana, and other useful mechanisms. Make yourself at home. Today we have a vintage 1971 Zippo Windproof lighter in its box, but it does not have its paperwork as was advertised in the listing that I bought it in. It's okay. We've talked before about how I feel about boxes and paperwork and this and that, and as I've said before, I will document it. I will sell this one along with the box. I wish that it had the paperwork with it, but the papers are not something that's all that important to me to have in my collection. Obviously not going to be lighting this one up. It has two marks on the left, one on the right. 1971. When I pulled the insert out, it didn't appear as though it had been in and out of there a lot. And the pad on the bottom is snow white, about as white as I've ever seen one. There was not a frozen flint in it. There was a flint in the flint tube. That box is probably not going to stay like I want it to. This flint was in the flint tube. But just fell out. That end looks to me like it is unstruck. This end looks like it may have been at one point and then started to oxidize, maybe. I don't know. So it might have just been an old flint that whoever owned this lighter stuck in there before they sent it off to me so that it would have a flint in it. I doubt that that flint has been sitting in there like that since 1971. 50 years seems like an awful long time for that not to have degraded. If you enjoy watching videos about old petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacciana, and other useful mechanisms, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video that you're watching. Tell your friends about the channel. Hit the share button. Send that link off in a text. Post it on social media. Send it in an email. However it is that you communicate with folks nowadays, and let them get a look at it for themselves. We would also appreciate it if you would follow and like us across all the social media platforms. That'll be Dependable Flame and DependableFlame.com on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and of course eBay. So you see the box says brush finish, and this is a typical brush finish lighter. The case is very clean, just as the insert didn't look like it had been pulled out of there, and everything so pristine white looking. There wasn't any dark marks or or grease or anything coming out of here when I cleaned it. The hinge has a little side to side play, but does appear new. Also feels like it has a slight overbite, and that the case, the bottom of the case, goes a little wider than the lid here, as you feel that. I don't know if that's common among, I haven't dealt with that many old new Zippos, and while I don't typically consider, you know, for me, if I'm going to collect a Zippo, it's either going to be something that's really either pertinent to me, something I care about is depicted on it, or it's going to be really old, like early 50s. So it's just something that I haven't really had that much experience with new ones, but with this one being 1971, I have to admit, as I just turned 50 years old, this lighter's 50 years old. So I do remember having a black crackle where the bottom flared a little wider at the top of the bottom of the case compared to the lid. So I assume that's normal. Very nice surface scuffs, scratches. I don't know if it's got any dings. Very nice clean Zippo lighter. If you haven't been over to our eBay store, check out Dependable Flame. We run 3 penny start auctions each month, where the entirety of that auction benefits HDSA, Huntington's Disease Society of America. The high bidder gets the lighter, free shipping, the organization gets all the money, and then we also, every purchase that you make out of our eBay store, 10% of those buy it now or make offer listings benefit the organization as well. So make sure you go over there, follow us on eBay. Also, hit the bell here on the YouTube channel. The algorithm is going to show you most of these videos eventually anyway, but if you hit that bell, then you'll get notified immediately when they're published. So it's very clean. As I've said before, I typically come up with the price that I believe it'll sell for, then I'm going to price it a little bit higher than that, about 25 to 33% more, and then I'll field offers. So this lighter will be up for sale there on dependableflame.com/current eBay listings here within the week, or maybe even a day or two. Very cool, very clean old Zippo lighter. One thing I also wanted to show, other than the flint that came out of it, is that the wheel, with no pressure, as you can see, there's nothing engaging it from below, is somewhat stiff, stiffer than I've ever encountered one. So I just wanted to note that, because obviously you don't need it to spin that freely once you've got pressure on it anyway. That's just something that I haven't noticed before. But like I said, I don't deal with a lot of brand new lighters. So I will be taking pictures and getting this listed soon. Until next time.